Hi, this is Ben's Machine Shop. I'm Billy. This is part 9 of homemade machine tools. Now, these couple of machine tools I'm going to show any of you out there that have a lathe or a small milling machine, got a bit of scrap, and they can be made. I have a chuck that sits on the floor here. I've had an email from Richard, and he has seen it on a few tapes. He's wanting to know if I use it or if I would part with it. Sorry, Richard, it's in use, and I will explain what for. This is the chuck that Richard has seen a few times on my tape. It's a very large, a very old chuck. Now, this is the chuck in question, Richard. It's a very old and a very heavy chuck. I got this chuck from a mate, and he had it. I have it 2-3 years, but he had it in his father's garage for about 20 years. His father had it, and it was of no use to them, but it lay in his garage for, he said, for about 20 years, and it come to me. Well, when I got it, I had to strip it all down. It was seized. Strip it all down. I think it was about 35-40 thou of the centre ring, and got it going again. Works perfectly. I had to make a chuck key for it. I have a tape on my website making the chuck key, and how to get it tampered, hardened, and there's also 2 sets of jaws with it, male, female, which work very nicely. It's a very heavy chuck. It's 10-inch. What I use it for is welding, holding jobs when I'm welding, or other jobs when I'm pressing them together. Sorry, Richard, I use it. Otherwise, we could have negotiated. Now, here is a very, very useful tool. I have a few tips on my website using it. It's a casting I bought one time many years ago, and I had to clean the casting up, mill it, and then make the parts. I have, as I say, tips on my website using it. It's a very, very useful tool. 4-inch opening. Now, when I made this, I also made a lot of accessories for it. An extra set of jaws, hardened, another handle, and the clips. Now, for to remove these clips, you would just drill a little hole, thread it, and it pulls out on the ways. It's a 4-inch opening, but anyone that comes across these you could cut this in two and give you an extra 1/2 inch, 3/4. That would be a 4 1/4 inch opening. It's a very, very useful vise, and it gets lots of work on both my lathes, my milling machine, my drills. Very, very, not a movement. Keep them well oiled, greased. You could cut this down also, mill it back. It would give you, you could extend it maybe to a 5-inch opening. But I did a 4, and it does me nicely. Go onto my website, you will see it in use on quite a few tips. Now here is another machine tool I put together. It's totally out of scrap. A turntable. I already showed the little turntable that I had made. This is another 5-inch. Now 10 holes on the base. These larger holes is for bolting it to my mill drill. 10 holes. These are for operating. Every hole is equal in distance. When using it, just the pins to suit. It is very, very tight, not a movement. This is the base. These are the holes for the pins. These 4 are for bolting it. I have used it, I think, about 3 times, but I haven't made a tip on using it yet, which I hope to do so. Very useful little tool, very useful. When storing it, just that's it. Keep the pins in place and just put the drawbar handy little tool to use and very handy to make T-slotted. Well, the two very useful little tools. The casting for the vise I bought many years ago at a sale and made the parts for to turn it into the vise, and the turntable all scrap. This is part 9. Sorry Richard, the chuck is not for sale. Why don't you subscribe to my channel? I hope some of you find these of interest. If so, press the like button. I would like to welcome your comments. This is Billy. Thank you for watching.